We are delighted to unveil our game-changing pH sensor, expertly engineered for better performance in real-life applications, which in turn reduces maintenance, saves time, and lowers costs. There are a number of inherent problems with other pH sensors on the market. The use of porous components means constant maintenance is required, and they often fail to meet the requirements for chemical, temperature, and pressure sensors. The porous reference junction is the major weak point and the main cause of electrode degradation by fouling and poisoning. This failure and subsequent and frequent replacement is an extremely costly process. In comparison, the patented Refex pH sensors use zero porous components and are fully resistant to all oil, gas, and petrochemical processes at high and varying temperatures and pressures. This includes full exposure to heavy sour crude oil without any degradation. Any surface deposits are easily removed chemically in mild acid and caustic solutions. Our sensors are fully compatible with existing pH instruments including Yokogawa, Emerson, NIC, ABB, and Endress CM42, and are easily retrofitted to existing flow cell electrode mounting arrangements. Refex electrodes last 12 times longer than competitors and require very little maintenance. Using Refex pH sensors means less downtime, lower costs, and even a reduction in corrosion damage to your plant. The first step in our production process is pouring the pH membrane glass, made with the Refex formula WX10. The next step is glass blowing the pH glass electrodes. Each electrode is then checked to make sure it meets our exact dimensions and impedance specifications. Our assembly department builds each type of electrode with precise protocols, bringing together the pH glass electrode with the electrochemically active Refex polymeric outer body. The electrodes also incorporate a temperature compensator device, typically PT1000 RTD, and a PT liquid earth that grounds electrostatic interferences. Testing and quality control is carried out at every stage of our production. Our QC department runs a final test on every electrode for pH response and pH buffer solutions of known pH value. The electrode's millivolts per pH slope and zero point is also checked. Every Refex electrode is supplied with a QC digital printout with its own serial number for full traceability. Here we see a porous electrode and a Refex non-porous electrode submerged in sump oil. To test the porous electrode, we remove it from the beaker and clean off the excess oil. It is then placed into a buffer solution of known pH value to test the pH. Despite cleaning, we can see that the oil has penetrated the electrode via the reference junction. This leads to a fault in the electrode, which results in failure to measure the pH. The Refex electrode is now tested using the same parameters. It is removed from the sump oil and cleaned, and placed into the buffer solution as before. As we can see, the sump oil has not penetrated the non-porous Refex electrode. Zero degradation of the electrode leads to successful pH measurements. The Refex electrode is the reliable sensor the market has been waiting for. Using the unique non-porous Refex reference system, we offer the first to last in quality, long life, low maintenance, stable readings, and accurate pH measurements.